my theme of the day has been reconnecting with the chakra system and getting things kind of balanced energetically, feeling strong in heart, strong in a sense of self, strong in purpose, but really balanced and heart-centered at the same time. Yeah, so I think that's where we're going today. So sit up nice and tall. Feel the feet on the ground, connection to the earth. Maybe roll the shoulders or let the head tip left and right. Just getting some of those wiggles and fidgets out of the body. Scan the body to see if there's some excess energy. Anything that feels frenetic or chaotic. Or maybe you're feeling on the other side lethargic, listless. And sometimes different parts of our body are in different spaces. Like our mind might be frenetic, but our body feels exhausted. So just notice where you are. Take a breath in. Let it go, feeling yourself arrive into your yoga practice. Close the eyes and just tune into the darkness behind the eyes, that place of peace, a place of ease and stillness. Tune into the base of the body and imagine sanding down an anchor to the earth, acknowledging our connection to the earth with gravity. And of course, the minute we get settled, Petra starts barking. Hopefully you can't totally hear that. And so bring your attention into the low belly space. Our connection to creativity and our relation with others. What we put forward in the world, our legacy. Notice any tension you're holding there in the pelvis or abdomen. Allow it to soften. Softening into the hips. Soften the glutes. And you feel the weight of the pelvis on the chair. Send down that energetic anchor down to the earth. Bring your awareness up into the solar plexus, our center for fire and how we integrate information, our center for digestion and forward motion, purpose. Just notice how you're feeling in your belly, in your stomach, down through the low ribs, above the navel. Notice any sensation of stagnation or of extra fieriness. And bring your awareness up into the heart space, our center for kindness and compassion. our center for self-acceptance, our acceptance of others. Notice any tension front or back in this space. Breathe some spaciousness into whatever tightness you're experiencing. And then bring your focus into the throat chakra, the center of the throat, the voice box, the hollow at the base of the throat, all the way to the back of the neck. This is our center for clear communication. Also, a little super highway of our breath, of our blood to and from our brain, our nervous system. Take a couple breaths here, noticing any tension in the neck, in the jaw, the muscles of the throat. And as you inhale, imagine the inhale creating spaciousness. The exhale creating a sense of release and relief. And then bring your focus into the third eye space, the space between the brow and even all the way into the middle of the head. Center for intuition. Center for clarity, discernment. Noticing any tension in your brain, your mood, and your thoughts. Anything that feels bound up, garbled. And then lastly, bring your awareness into the crown chakra, the top of the head and a little bit above, our connection to the divine, universal wisdom, universal truth. Noticing sensation through the scalp, all the way through the forehead. Then from the crown of the head, scan all the way down through the body to the feet and down to the earth. And as you exhale, scan all the way from the soles of the feet through the legs, through the bowl of the pelvis, through the ribs, through the shoulders, all the way up to the crown of the head and above. And as you exhale, scan and sense into every place in the body, the crown, all the way down. Do that a couple more times. Imagining that you can cleanse and clear your energy, just your mind, just your awareness. Let's do that 2 more rounds of breath. And then opening the eyes, sweep the hands out and up, breathing in and breathing out, hands to heart. Let the thumbs tap the center of the chest, tuck the chin, roll the shoulders slightly back. Take 3 breaths into this heart space, the space of the physical heart, the organ, the heart, as well as the energetic heart and solar plexus. And then from here, bring palms to thighs, press back, inhaling into a bit of a cow pose, opening up through the heart, opening up through the throat. And then exhale, rounding in more deeply into a bit of a cat pie. Just curling in as much as it feels good. Inhale, pressing up and back. Letting the shoulders open, let the ribs open, and exhale, rounding in. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling, coming all the way up. The shoulders roll back, maybe even let the arms go wide. And then exhale, round in. Maybe even give yourself a little bit of a hug. And then inhale, coming back up. Release the hands. Take an exhale. Full inhale. And another exhale to let it go. Let's come forward in the chair. If your feet are warm enough, I invite you to take your socks off. I'm going to keep my little lumberjack channel on. I kind of like this vibe today. All right, feet about hip distance. Let the toes spread wide and stay wide throughout this. Just simple cat and cow, but we'll focus on the chakras as we move. So rooting down and turn the pelvis. Inhaling, feel sacrum, sternum, solar plexus, heart, throat, crown of the head. And then as you exhale, pull the crown of the head toward the base of the body, hollow out the belly. So inhaling, moving pelvis, tailbone first, root chakra all the way up to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, pull tail and crown toward each other. Let the elbows go wide. Reconnect to the ground with the feet. Inhaling, reconnect the heart toward the sky. And exhaling, elbows go wide, turn the heart toward the ground. And just continue feeling into these various points we've been working with. Notice where you can initiate movement, what places create the most sensation for you. Are there any areas that feel sticky or a little jagged in their range of motion? One more breath in. Rolling the heart open, lift the ribs, and then exhale to round. And then coming back to neutral, take a breath in, and then let the hands drop down by the sides. That full mountain pose, send some energy down through the feet, lengthen up through the crown of the head, and then soften in the center. Just relax there for a moment. You might close the eyes, tuning back into that place of stillness behind the eyelids. And then we'll come into a little side angle flow to open up the side body, get some more energy flowing. So let the legs go wide. And we'll keep the right knee right over the right ankle, firm down, and then extend the left leg a bit. Get comfortable on the sitting bones. This feels good. And comfortably wide. You can go way wide if you want, or go just a little bit wide. We just go for a little asymmetry here. And then right forearm to thigh, lean a bit more toward the knee. So we're getting long through the side body, and then pull this right side waist up and away from the thigh bone. And then left hand comes to the low ribs, and give yourself a little rotation, rolling that left shoulder back. And then inhale, reaching straight up to start, breath in. Anchoring down with the breath out, rooted down through the left sitting bone. And then we'll do a little bit of a flow. So inhale, sweeping over, bringing left hand over the right leg. And then exhale, we'll sweep down a bit and around. And then the right hand releases from the leg. Left hand comes to the chair and come up into a bit of a side stretch, back bend, lengthening up. And then exhale, right forearm to right thigh. Inhale, left arm up and over. Exhale, sweep down and around. Right hand releases forward and up. Exhale, rounding down, forearm to thigh, reaching up and over. Reaching down, rolling across. And then let's do this one more time. Reaching straight up, then over, forward, around and down. Straight up with the right hand and a little bit back. And then forward, around, and down. Let's reach straight up to complete the cycle. Breathing in. And then breathing out. Let's bring the left leg in. Bring both elbows to thighs. And just bow the heart, bow the head. Feeling that energy flow through the body. Another moment. Maybe the heart's a little elevated. Maybe the breath's a little bit more rapid. And then let's go to the other side. So root down through the feet, bring palms to thighs, cross up. And then right foot extends. And I always like to ensure that the kneecap is pointed the same direction as the toes rather than sickling the foot or letting the kneecap drop down, that you really pay attention to that nice alignment. So we'll go right in. So left forearm, palm facing the sky. Dive that elbow a little bit closer to the knee and then lift up so you're strong through this waist, rooting down through the right sitting bone, right hand to right ribs to get that rotation, and then reaching straight up, anchoring down through the right sitting bone. And gaze can be forward, it can be up. We want to make sure the head's not collapsing forward or the shoulders not collapsing in toward the ear. And then we'll go into that extended side angle pose. So reaching up and more over. So the right hand hovers in the airspace above the left foot. Breath in. And then we'll go exhale down and around. Right hand finds the chair. Left hand reaches up, sitting up tall, and come into a bit of a back bend side stretch to your comfort. Exhale, rolling down and around. Inhale, forward and up. And exhale down and around. Inhale forward, up and over. And then exhale down and around. Inhale, reaching up and over as you exhale down and around. One more time. Inhaling up and over. Exhaling down and around. And then completing the cycle, reaching up, softening that right sitting bone down. Take a breath in. And then bring the right foot in a bit. Bring right forearm to right thigh. You can even interlace the hands here. Let yourself come into a forward fold. If your low back likes it, you might even place the fingertips, tenting the fingers to keep you from coming down too far. Check to see how that feels in your low back. Some people love coming into this forward fold, coming in more deeply if that serves you and your body today, or not if it doesn't. And then anchor down through the feet, and then bring the palms to the thighs. Engage the belly, roll up, pelvis heavy, head comes up last. Walk the legs in. Scan the body as you inhale from the feet all the way to the crown of the head and above. And as you exhale, scan the body from the head through all these chakra points, all the muscles, all the connective tissue, the bones, your skin, down to the earth. Do that 2 more times. Imagining that you're cleansing and clearing your energetic system. And then we'll come into a couple twists, and we'll do that same type of breath within our twist. So breathing in, hands to heart, sit up tall, little nod of the chin. Exhale, turn to the right, and then let the hands glide down. Left hand can cross over, right hand might find the chair. And then really feel the ground beneath the feet, the foundation of the body on the seat, the crown of the head lengthening up. And as you inhale, imagine drawing the breath in from the ground. Let it swirl through the body, cleansing, clearing out, and exhaling, removing any stagnation, anything that feels stuck, yucky, anything that's too much or too little, not enough. Just let it move with your breath. Remember, it's only our human mind that brings the judgment of good or bad into our energy. The universe, the earth, physics, energy is just neutral. Positive and negative, but not good or bad. Another breath in and a breath out. Inhale, sweep all the way out and up. Pause here. Take an exhale. Feel the energy drop down through the center of the body, through the feet. Feel all those muscles engage as you reach up toward the sky. And then exhale, sweep down, gazing over the shoulder. Find your twist on the other side. A few breaths. Any place where your breath doesn't flow, visualize the breath just pressing gently open. And then again, sending the breath all the way down to the earth, all the way up to the sky. Scanning the body as you go. 2 more rounds of breath. And then inhale, sweep the arms really wide, like you're collecting energy. Come back through center, reach up, up, up. Stay here for an exhale. Feel that sense of dropping down to center. And then a breath in. And then an exhale, hands to heart. Notice the energy of this shape. Maybe a little grateful. Maybe compassion comes up for you in this shape. In yoga, we call this samastitihi, equal standing pose. Hands pressing in equally to each other. Thumb pressing toward the heart. Heart pressing toward the thumb. Shoulders softening down. Crown lifting. Another breath in. And a breath out. And let's come into a little hip stretch. So interlace the hands underneath the right leg. Draw the knee up toward the chest. And if it feels good, cross ankle over knee. Let the knee drop down. And if that's too intense, you can straighten the left leg. If that's too intense, you can stay here and maybe cradle the foot. You can also come back in the chair, and changing the angle of the pelvis will sometimes make it less intense. And then when you find your fairly comfy shape and it's not too tender, but still a little bit of a challenge, send your inhale into that intensity. As you release the breath, visualize softness, letting go of tension, bringing in mobility. And then inhale, gently lift the leg back up, and exhale, set it down. Reconnect to the ground, reconnect to the sky. And then I switch sides. Hug in first, and then ankle over the quadricep muscle there if that feels okay. If not, you can drop the knee down. You can shift back in the chair. You can even put your leg up on another surface. If that's easier, you could cross over. All different expressions of that hip stretch. And the hips are usually considered connected to our second chakra, our sacral chakra. So creativity, flow. our way of walking through the world. Legacy, what we put out there. Take one more breath in. Then as you exhale, release the foot and we'll come into our final relaxation. Settling back into the chair, let yourself be supported by the back of the chair behind you. And we'll visualize these energy centers, but specifically on the spine. So starting at the tailbone, feeling grounded, supported, connected to the earth. Bringing awareness up to the sacrum. Thinking about your ancestors and your lineage, what you bring forward into the world, kids, grandkids, nieces, nephews. And up into solar plexus. Where's your fire? Where's your passion? What keeps you moving forward? Breathing into the spine behind the solar plexus, below the shoulder blades. And then breathing into the spine behind the heart. Calling in from the field of love or compassion, unconditional acceptance. And then to the back of the neck, behind the throat. Center for clear communication, healthy boundaries. Listening. And the center of the skull, space between the brows, intuition, insight, deep sense of knowing, making connections. And finally to the crown of the head, connection with the divine, universal wisdom, universal truth. Next few breaths, let your breath connect all of these spaces. The earth to the universe above and within. If you'd like, bring one hand to heart, one hand to belly, sealing in anything from this practice or this morning or whenever you're practicing. Just seal in some little nugget of something that worked for you. Maybe send an intention throughout your body. Where would you like to stay clear, stay kind, stay strong? And with our next inhale, sweep the hands out and up, take up space, gathering that energy, looking up toward the hands. Exhale, pulling that sense of gratitude and kindness, compassion to the center of the heart. And the light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Have a beautiful rest of your day, yogis. Let me know how you're feeling, and we will see you next time.